In case you were wondering, we call this the poop noodle. You heard it here first. I know it's gross, but you have to find humor in it, right? Like if you don't find humor in it, then you'll despise it every single time. So we honestly found the humor in it. We're gonna clean out the poop noodle. Times the journey gets overlooked. It's the destination, right? It's where you're going. And I know a lot of times it's cliche to be like, oh, you have to enjoy the journey, but the truth really does lie in that, right? Because there's good, bad, ugly, there's learning opportunities, there's all of the above, right? And in this video, you're gonna see the fact that we have had to learn along the journey. We've shared with you some of the most epic places that we've gone so far, and we've tried to tell the very best story that we possibly could for you to show how much fun you can have if you're going out looking for things to do with your family and how to just really enjoy life differently. So, in order to see the magic in life though, you have to be looking for it. And in order to do so, you have to stop along the journey and really enjoy it. Don't have destination disease, man. Enjoy the path that you're on, walk it with all of your might, and stop every once in a while to take a look around you. And you'll probably notice that my wife is not with me today. Well, that's because life is not so perfect. Kind of is the name of our channel. I know we've shown you a lot of cool and epic stuff, but life really isn't perfect, right? We have school starting this week for our kids. We have our slide broken. We've had solar come in this week, so that's a massive project. We've had a death in the family, so that's been challenging as well. We're here in another state where we've got bunches of family, so we're trying to see as much family as possible, so we're stretched really thin. We still want to be committed to sharing our life with you and sharing kind of the not so perfect side of things, because that's really what we said we would do from the beginning. And sometimes it just is what it is. So 5 things that we have learned since full-time RVing, and some of them you might come to expect and some of them you may not come to expect. Okay, know your electrical system. I did not completely understand how the whole electrical system worked, and so with that came this.
We're trying to render our next video and we have no power inside when we're driving down the road, and Jenny, our generator, won't work because the battery is full. So we haven't figured out how to get electric inside yet, and the video is like 10% done and it's been rendering for like 3 hours.
It's got 10% left. Only 10% left, and it was like all that work would have been lost.
So he had an idea, so he pulls over on the side of the road and is like, hey, I can plug it in to the inverter, and this is also where the water lines are.
Right over top of my computer.
So
it is by far and away the most ghetto setup ever in the history of RVing.
We are learning. We need to find a solution. If you have a solution for us on how we can run power while we're going down the road.
We need to get an inverter that has something to connect to the main power.
Yeah, because we have an inverter right here, but it only works for the refrigerator, so none of the other plugs inside work while we're going down the road.
This is so bad. Just get an up close view of this fancy scenario. This is so bad.
Can do.
Yes. Yes.
Innovative. He is innovative.
That really did happen, guys. We were on the side of the road and I had to figure out real quick how in the world I was gonna get an electrical plug to work so I could finish uploading a video. I think a lot of times too, when you pick up a rig from an RV dealership, they kind of explain things real briefly, right? And they probably just run with the assumption that either you know what it is you're talking about, or if you have any level of knowledge, they'll just breeze right over it. There's so many working components inside of an RV electrical system: inverter, converter, charger. You know, we had just a dedicated inverter for only one thing, and that is the refrigerator. And that wasn't fully explained to us. So we pull off the lot and we thought, wait, there's no other plugs working. What's going on? And it was in that moment that we had to frantically decide what it is we were gonna do, how it is we were gonna fix the problem, and troubleshoot. So before you get on the road, really know your electrical system. We didn't take the time to do that and just hit the road running. And as you saw, we almost, but not really, kind of paid a price for that.
I have learned via mistake.
After mistake, after mistake. I'm not sure if we learned yet, but we're realizing that we need to learn. We need a checklist.
Yeah.
We didn't forget the most important thing, and that's our kids and water.
We need a checklist.
We need a checklist.
Okay, have a checklist. We did not create a checklist. And guys, let me be the first to tell you, we have lost keys, left keys on the fender of the Jeep, forgot to chain the safety chains on the Jeep, left bay doors open on the rig as we're driving down the road, and suddenly we come to a stop sign and boom, we hear this big bang and can't seem to figure it out. Well, it was because our bay door was swinging wide open and just slamming against the side of the rig. It's those simple things, and sometimes big things, that could lead to losing stuff, catastrophic failures. You get going too fast, and without a checklist, you could find yourself in a lot of trouble really fast. And we've experienced some of those, you know, waving on the side of the road. That's not people saying hi, it's people trying to flag us down because something is going wrong with our rig that we have forgotten, or our Jeep, or our hitching setup, just something along the way. It's a little comical now because nothing major happened, but something major could have happened. So having a checklist is super important.
I really should not even be bothering to record this because my wife is on the other side of this door, locked out. She's literally locked out because this door just stopped working. So I believe I should write a strongly worded letter to Forest River because I should not be having to take apart my lock assembly with my wife being locked outside. Thank God it's not pouring rain.
Okay, this one is not so simple because when things happen in the moment, it can be frustrating and a little difficult to keep kind of the right frame of mind. But it is this: know that things will break. I know that's really simple to say, right? I have been even frustrated in the moment, as you saw back in Utah, right? And if you haven't seen that video, I will link that in the description below. You should watch the video where my wife got locked out of our rig because the lock broke. Clutch on our Jeep went, the brakes on our Jeep went. We have had things break down. Oh, the slide that I'm sitting behind, like why this cabinet doesn't quite look the way it should, it's because our slide is broke, right? Our stairs have broken. We have had things just fail.
So
we get the feeling that's not normal.
we're not really sure how we're gonna drive down the road today. Cause look at. Uh-oh.
That's bad.
Oh shoot. Oh gosh.
And you know what? It's okay. Things are gonna break. Things break in a brick and stick house, things break on a vehicle, toys get broken in the backyard, and things get broken in an RV. It's just the way it goes. If you don't have that really kind of in the forefront of your mind, knowing that you're gonna be constantly repairing things and fixing things and doing things along the way, you will find yourself getting extremely frustrated because you feel like every time you're turning around, something is going wrong. Okay, I don't know any other way to say this, guys, other than cleaning out the poop noodle. I know, it's gross, it's weird, it's like, really, man? Could you find a different way? A more astute way to put it, so to speak? Okay, sure, cleaning out the black tank. But dude, it's gross, it's weird, it's the poop noodle. It's what our family calls it. It keeps it light and it keeps it not so challenging to talk about. But I was not cleaning it out properly.
Well, welcome guys. This area right here is the Poop Noodle Station. In this entire plumbing service area, you have actually 3 tanks to access. You have a freshwater fill tank. You can put fresh water in there to utilize when you're off the grid and not connected to a water source. That's one tank. Another tank you have is called the gray tank. That's all of the water that goes down like the sinks and the shower and all that. Then you have the black water tank. That is, it's pretty gross. It's nasty. I was told that you have to use the black tank flush, but I wasn't told that you had to do it every time. And I would pull the lever on the black tank and drain out the black tank all the way empty. I'd close that valve and then I'd pull the gray tank lever and wash out the poop noodle hose with the gray tank water, right? That's a real normal standard practice in RVing if you're emptying out any of your tanks, right? The problem is there is a black tank flush inlet in which you take your black tank hose, right? And you insert it there, you turn water on, and it basically sprays water into the black tank. You pull open the valve and let it drain out, cleans it all out, gets all the yucky out of there, okay? I didn't do that every single time. Apparently you're supposed to. I didn't know that. I've never been an RV owner. No one ever told me I had to do it every single time. I just figured it was there for whenever you needed it. I suppose, I don't know, there's a checklist or something. And so the black tank started to absolutely reek like a wastewater treatment plant. It was so bad. Guys, you would flush the toilet for like 1 second and the whole RV is gagging. This is one of the things that we learned on the road. When you're emptying the black tank, you need to take that black tank flush and spray it out every single time with a dedicated hose. That way it will drastically reduce, if not eliminate completely, all of that nasty stank that comes out of the black tank. I guess that's something we just learned from the road.
One last bonus, and a little bit of a frustration, not gonna lie. Dude, command strips. When we were first looking into moving into an RV full-time, we fell in love with the idea of command strips. Lots of RVers had them. Some of the channels we were watching really pumped command strips. They loved them, the little command hooks and all that kind of stuff. So we thought, dude, we got to get on the command hook wagon. Let's go get ours. Let's get our 5-pound, 3-pound hooks, the whole backing thing, and just let's do it up. Command hook, everything. Well, we have not had a wonderful experience with command hooks. In fact, we've had stuff break. We've had things fall off the wall. Not one command strip has worked effectively at all. Every single command strip that we have put up on our wall has fallen off or failed.
Yeah, here's a for instance. We had 4 5-pound command hooks on this holding 20 pounds. Look at 20 pounds ability to hold spices. Failed. Right here we have Velcro on the bottom and a command strip on top right here. And dude, look at that thing. It is absolutely, utterly failing. It's pulling off the wall. It's 1.5 pounds. This is super light and it's being supported from the bottom. This one is by far the silliest. Look at this 3.5 pound command strips. One's already coming off the wall again right there, right? Look what it's holding. A capo and some guitar picks. Honestly, this should be able to hold 4.5 pounds. And it can't. It can't even hardly hold a capo. And so why do we have guitar picks, a capo, and a guitar? Well, it's because we both like to plunk around on the guitar, and my wife likes to sing and write music. This one up here, far and away the most frustrating. We had 4 3-pound hooks on there for napkins, right? Garbage bags, literally, and one of our son's boxes that he made with his dad as a solar charger, busted into a bunch of pieces. Dude, really 12 pounds? That's what this was supporting. Ugh.
Dude, the command hooks don't like our rig. Maybe it's just our rig. Maybe it's just us. Maybe we have a chemistry issue with the command hooks. Either way, we have found Velcro. Velcro is our friend. It is much better. And, it's working for us. We're dialing it in. And just know that when you're getting ready to take your weekend experience or you're gonna consider full-time RVing, there'll be all kinds of things that you'll be learning. You might think you know it all, and then you get into it and you realize, I didn't think of that. And that was the case with us. We did months of research and we still had a lot of things to learn along the way. And we still do. I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We have a lot of fun adventures that we've already shown you, and we have plenty more coming up around the bend, and we want to continue to share our life with you. Maybe share it with a friend or two. That'd be awesome as well. Thanks for coming along, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.